Hello, everyone. Welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with a U and not an E, so don't get it twisted. And have you ever tried to watch a clock when it says 5:29? I be sitting here just waiting for that 5:30 so I can click and go live. And I'm going like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. And it finally happens. Yay, I'm here. Anyway, today you have Grandma Hershey sexy shoulders and her sexy bra. You know how they work around here. This is a live show. You get your bloopers here. Anywho, thank you for coming and sharing today with me. I really appreciate it. And today is episode 33, and we are making a banana split trifle. A few weeks ago, we did a banana pudding trifle, which turned out really good. And this, if you like banana splits, you're going to love this trifle. Okay? It has less calories and less sugar and tastes just as good. All right? So, anywho, the type of foods type of recipes that Grandma Hershey makes are for people who are on dietary restrictions or macronutrient restrictions, if you want to sound fancy. Anywho, if your doctor says that you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and if you have allergies to nuts and gluten and things like that, Grandma Hershey has a lot of recipes for you. Okay, so if Grandma Hershey haven't made something that you can eat, then send me an email to grandmahersheycooks@gmail.com. Tell me what your restrictions are, and Grandma Hershey gonna get you some recipes, okay? Because the goal is for everyone to enjoy their food without getting sick, okay? So what we make here are healthier versions of good tasting recipes that we just not should eat. Okay. So I know because I got all this loveliness from somewhere. Anywho, when they say shake what your mama gave you. Anywho, it's not about Grandma Hershey herself, it's about the food. You know, Grandma Hershey don't know how to behave. Anywho, so okay, so anyway, we're gonna start the recipe because this might take a little longer today because this is from start to finish. All right, well, not quite start because I already prepped the fruits. I sliced up the strawberries. I even had to slice up the pineapples because the tidbits were too expensive. So I just got the slices, okay, and did it that way. And then I also had to slice up the bananas. So all that stuff is already prepped for us. So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2 small boxes of sugar-free banana pudding mix. Okay, we're going to put that in a bowl. 2 small boxes. Now I've never done it with the one whole box, big box. So just get the 2 small boxes. All right. Then we're going to add 4 cups of vanilla almond milk. Okay, now you can get oat milk. You can get coconut milk, whichever kind of milk that you like, because this is your trifle. You do you, boo. Okay, I want you to enjoy it. All right. So we're gonna put 4 cups of the coconut milk. Well, sorry, the almond milk into the pudding mix. All right. Stir it in. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have to turn on this mixer. You know what that means? When the mixer comes on, Grandma Hershey zip her lips so it don't sound weird. All right. So we're going to mix up this pudding, and it's going to be thin at first. Okay. Now, why would this milk want to be naughty and get on Grandma Hershey? Guess the milk likes my sexy shoulders. Thank God for towels, right? Okay, so anyway, so it comes out thin. Okay, it's not going to be thick like pudding yet. So then what we're going to do, so we're basically just blending it together to get it blended very well. All right. And the reason I started early is because I wanted to sit a few minutes before we actually start um, layering everything. All right. So we're going to move this out the way. I'm going to take these beaters out. I don't need no more stuff hitting Grandma Hershey. Then we're going to stir in our small tub of extra creamy whipped topping. Now, this is by a local store called Hy-Vee, and Price Chopper has their versions. Cool Whip has their version, and everybody else have a version. But whichever one that you like, that is the most reasonably priced. That's what you get at the time. Right now, Cool Whip has lost their mind. So Grandma Hershey using Hy-Vee. It tastes just as good. All right. So we're using the extra cream because I like the extra. Okay. I don't know why I took those beaters off for, because we still end up having to beat some more. Oh Lordy. That's what happens on a live show. I think I got thrown off by the juices flying everywhere. So I'm gonna stick these back in. You see how the mixer got the stuff on it. That's just crazy. Anywho, it just loves me. You want to show me some love. That's all. All right. So first we're going to kind of separate it a little bit so it don't be flying everywhere. And then we're going to go ahead and mix that in with the pudding. All right. So now it's creamier because that's what the whipped cream does. It's thickening it up a little bit and makes it creamy. So now we're going to take these beaters out, okay? So they don't be dripping on the counter. Oh. So while that's sitting for a little bit so it can get a little thicker, Grandma Hershey going to tell you about 6 foods to help to ease bloating. Now, sometimes we eat the wrong stuff. We get a little gassy. We get all a little bloated up and all. So if you eat these foods, they will help you not to bloat as well as to help to take away the bloat. And the first one is avocados. Remember we talked about those avocados with potassium and everything, and I think it was the manganese or something. Anyway, it had some good vitamins quality to it. So not only is it good in vitamins, but it's also good to help release bloating. Then there's the bananas again. Remember, men, the extra stuff, the extra quart that the bananas have for you. Well, now if you got gas, it's gonna help you with that too. I said it. I said it. So bananas has a lot of potassium, just like the avocados does. Okay, and so if you eat, let's say they did a study. Oh, first of all, this review is by Brunilda Nazario. She is a medical doctor. Okay, so Grandma Hershey not telling you her stuff. She's looking up facts for you. All right, we're not trying to make up stories around here. All right, so Grandma Hershey don't mind looking up stuff because I want to make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Okay, so bananas deliver a potassium punch, which it does, and they did a study that showed women who ate a banana before each meal had less bloating than those who didn't. Okay, so eat your banana before a gassy meal. You know what kind of meals are? Stuff with cheese, stuff with a lot of sauce, and all kind of stuff. So if you know that certain foods make you gassy and bloat up, eat your banana first. All right. And that's because they deliver gut bacteria that help to calm the gas production in the belly. Okay. Now, celery is another gas reducer. It says to crunch some celery for hydration boost to get your digestion moving. So it's good to eat a piece of celery in the morning before you eat your first meal. And also, it has flavonoids that reduce inflammation in your body. So it's good for arthritis too. How about that? Including in your guts. Then there's that good old turmeric. We did talk about that before also. It's the yellowish stuff. When you is it? It's when you make curry things and yellow rice, and they either use saffron or they'll use turmeric. And turmeric is also good for arthritis. It's also an anti-inflammatory. And they call curcumin is what helps with the bloating system. And it says it can tame TAME. You know, Grandma Hershey get her country grammar going. She get the blah, 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 blah. Sound like she's from another country. But turmeric can tame IBS symptoms, irritable bowel syndrome. It eases discomfort and it regulates the digestive system, which in turn reduces bloating. Okay. And then there's the good old peppermint. My grandson liked to call my peppermint old lady candy. He's been calling it that since he was about 4 or 5 years old. He's 19 now. So anytime he said, Grandma, you got some old lady candy? Sure do. I don't know no old lady who don't carry around some peppermints. Okay. But guess what? They're good for you. They can help relax the muscles in your digestive system. It helps push gas to relieve stomach bloats. So peppermint tea is really good to drink because it has the same calming effect. So peppermint capsules, the peppermint tea, and that would be a good thing also to drink when you're having your meal. You know, I like peppermint tea. Then there's that good old ginger. Ginger gets your gut juices flowing. That was her words. It aids in your digestion and it helps your stomach empty faster, which prevents the bloating. So I kind of see it kind of like a diuretic or something that's going to like help get all that stuff moved out the way. So I guess if you have a little bit of constipation, you might want to eat you some ginger or drink you some ginger tea. Okay. So remember these 6 things when you feel a little bloated: avocados, bananas, celery, turmeric, peppermint, and ginger. Okay, now that's Grandma Hershey's nutritional tip for the week. All right, so now let's get back to putting our trifle together. I tell you, so wonderful. I love. Okay, so see how the pudding got a little thicker, so it's gonna be nice and smooth as we stir it. Can you see that? Woo! That look good. Let's do it again. All right, so now what we want to do is get our assembly line going. Put this over here out the way. It's already splashed on me enough. So we're gonna get our little assembly line. We got the 8-ounce angel food cake. I broke it up already into little pieces. And we're going to make 4 layers. On the banana pudding trifle, we had 3 layers, but we have 4 layers on this. So we're using 1/4 of everything. And so with those, with the fruit, what I did was I took 1/4 of each fruit and chopped it up, because what came to my mind, my vision, was all the little fruit on top. And it really came out nice. You saw the picture? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, you know Grandma Hershey don't like sticky stuff on her hands. So Grandma Hershey got a glove. I always feel like a surgeon when I put these gloves on. Bend over and spread them. Crack myself up. Okay, so let's get our little trifle bowl. If you ever seen the trifle bowl, haven't seen one, this is what it looked like. So we're gonna have our trifle bowl. Let's move this out the way. I was gonna get in a different spot, but I needed the electricity, and the other spot is already taken. Everything's filled up on that socket. So anywho, so we're gonna start off first with 1/4 of the angel food cake. All right. So what I found out is that basically you just barely covering the bottom to get 1/4, because this is an 8-ounce angel food cake. It's not that big giant. Okay. So I didn't tell you the dietary or the healthy nutrient. The healthy highlights. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, blooper. The healthy highlights for this trifle is and it's 12 servings. So the healthy highlight is the calories are 261.5. Saturated fat is 4.4. The cholesterol is 0. Sodium, 376 milligrams. The carbs are 41.3. Fiber is 1.8. Deduct the fiber from the carbs and you get your net carbs. Then the sugars are 31. Now for dessert, that's low, okay? But 1/12 is a whole cup. So you don't need another cup right now anyway. You need another cup tomorrow. And then the protein is 2.9. That's not too bad for a dessert. Oh, okay, so that's your healthy highlights. You got to hear. So let's get started putting this thing together because time is of the essence around here. We don't have all day. All right, so we're going to just cover the bottom with the cake. Spread that out. All right, we're playing with our food today. All right, so we got that covered. Can y'all see that? That one layer? All righty. So then what we're going to do is take a cup. That's my measuring cup. I got to give me some fancy measuring cups. Anyway, we're going to take a cup of the pudding mix. And we're going to pour that on top. Scrape the side here so it don't be leaking. We're going to pour that on top of the cake. Can you see that? Ooh, don't that look good and tasty? Yep, we're going to pour that on top. Get on out of there. We want all our whole cup. Yes, we do. We're going to spread that over the cake. All right. Then we're going to take our first fruit, the strawberries. All right. And we're going to sprinkle that all over the cake, the pudding rather. And if you can, get a little bit on the side so it'll show through when you finish. Because it is really going to be so pretty. It really is. All right, strawberries, get on in there. And you see that? Oh, don't that look pretty already? I love it, love it, love it. All right. Okay. So now what we're going to do is take a tablespoon worth of chocolate drizzle. We're going to drizzle that on top. Just a tablespoon worth. Don't go crazy with it because altogether we're using 4 tablespoons. All right. Woo-hoo, that coming together well. All right. Next, we're going to take some more cake. And we're going to put that on top of the strawberries. Some more cake. Spread on out that cake. Make sure we get 4 layers worth. Okay. Woo-hoo. Ain't that pretty? Then we're going to take another cup of the pudding mix. That side off so don't be dripping everywhere. Cover that up. Tell you, it's so tasty. I promise you it's tasty. Woo. All right. Okay, now we're going to spread that real good. Make sure it's covering up that cake. All right. Okay, now our next fruit is the bananas. So I kept the plastic on. So what I did instead of the show I said about, I think it was the banana pudding show, about putting the bananas in a bag and pouring the lemon juice on it. I didn't really care how that came out. So what I did this time is I put a little lemon juice on the bottom of the dish. And then as I put each slice on, then I put a drop of the lemon juice on each slice. And now you see it look a whole lot better than the last bananas. So that's not bad because I did that last night. Oh, my kitchen angels did. You know how that works. So now we're going to put the bananas in there and try to get some of those facing outside the dish too, so that it can look pretty. You know, we want it to look pretty at the end. Okay. Put it in there. All right. Bananas in here. Come on, bananas. Ooh, can you imagine if I'd had that on my fingers? Oh, Grandma Hershey would have been wiping her hands after each one. Oh, oh Lord, have mercy. Have mercy. I wasn't good at making mud pies. I guess I was a dainty child. Yay, dainty and sassy. All right, so we got the bananas in there. All right, next we are going to put half of our pecans if you want the nuts. Now, if you don't want nuts, you don't have to. If you want walnuts, you can use walnuts. If you want chopped peanuts, you can use that too. But I like chopped pecans. That's my favorite. So I'm going to put, it's going to be like a 4th cup on the second layer. 4th cup of chopped pecans. They can get all through. It won't just be on the top. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right. And then we're going to have another tablespoon drizzle of our chocolate because we want that chocolate flavor to be all throughout. Okay. Now, more cake, did you say? Okay. We're going to put some more cake in here. More cake coming right up. Just because you said so. Mm-hmm. Yep. All righty. And then, did you say more pudding? I'm glad you asked. Another cup of pudding. Right. Looks like we got enough. We can put maybe a cup and a half on that one. All right, let's do that. Get that pudding in there. Who doesn't like banana pudding? Probably somebody who don't like bananas. But you know what? Since this is your cake, your trifle, you put whatever flavor pudding you want. Okay, if you want vanilla, if you want I don't think they have strawberry pudding. If you want lemon, whatever flavor you like, boo, this is your cake. Okay? Your trifle. Grandma Hershey wants you to enjoy every bit of it. All right? Ooh, don't that look good? All right, now we are going to put our next fruit is the pineapples. Just throw that in there. Our pineapple tidbits. Now don't go get no cheap tidbits. You want this to be nice, taste good. All right? Because that one tidbit I bought, they were so hard. Oh my word. We want a nice brand. So like I said, if you can't find the tidbits, then get you some slices and dry them out. Now follow that recipe, print that recipe out because it's in the comment section, okay? And then after that, we are going to put one more drizzle, another drizzle. Because we want that chocolate to be all through there. Now, some of you may want butterscotch flavor or caramel flavor, whichever flavor you like. I just chose chocolate because that's what it seemed like a lot of people like. Whatever flavor you like, that's what you get because this got to taste like your creation when it's all done, okay? So now, for our final layer, we're going to have the last of the cake. Don't that look pretty so far? Let me show you this part. So I should have showed you each one. Grandma Hershey wasn't thinking. See how pretty that is? Woo-hoo. All right. So the last layer is the rest of the cake. Rest of the cake. Spread it on out. See how that worked out? And then we're going to have the rest of the pudding. Let's see. I'm just going to use the little spatula instead of this cup. I didn't think I was going to do this. Put that over here. The rest of the pudding on top. Something didn't disturb up good. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Woo-hoo. Rest of the pudding. Put that down. I don't want this thing falling. And spread that over the cake. And then we take our mixed fruit. We took a fourth of each fruit, chopped it up, and we put it together. And it's really better if you do it the day of, because then they get just a little mushy, but not bad. Okay, so we're gonna sprinkle the mixed fruit on top. Yep, strawberries, pineapples, and bananas. Now, you can get those little smoothie prepackaged things if you like, if you want to do that. But then they're going to be frozen. You have to thaw them and all that stuff. So I just like to take the fresh stuff and do it like that. All right. Then the last thing that's going to go on there is the rest of the pecans. Nope, we're going to do the drizzle first. Get our drizzle on. No, the drizzle is prettier. Let's do the pecans. Let's do that. All right. We're going to put the rest of the pecans on, which is a fourth of a cup, because we put the other fourth cup in the middle. That way you get your crunch all through the your serving. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to show you what it looked like before the drizzle. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Now we'll do the drizzle. And that's 1 tablespoon worth, so don't go crazy with it. All right. Oh, beautiful. And we got a top of banana split off with cherries. So, since it's 12 servings, I use 12 maraschino cherries. And if you spread them out evenly, when you dig into it, you're going to dig out a serving. Okay, and each serving is 1 cup. So, put our 12 cherries in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 cherries. And there you have banana pudding trifle. Isn't that beautiful? It came out like the vision in my head. I love it. Take this glove off. We don't need that now. So you know what you got to do. I'm going to taste this for you. Now, what I did was I took some of the one that you got the picture of, because this is going to church tomorrow. All right, I promised them a trifle, so they're going to have this tomorrow. So I took some of the one from the picture yesterday that my kitchen angels made. And one thing I found out, with it sitting overnight, it gelled even better. So if you can, when you make this, let it sit in the refrigerator for no less than 4 hours. Cover it with your saran wrap. Stick it in the refrigerator, the whole thing. Let it sit for at least 4 hours. And then you're going to have what I'm getting ready to show you. I got my cherry. I got my chocolate, my pecans, and some cake in here somewhere. Banana. I can't get everything on the spoon. Oh, I just tried 2 times. How about that? Okay, so we got the cherry and pecan. And see, the texture is a little better. Grandma Hershey going to make sure it's not poison. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is so good. Add that to our hook 'em list. And then let's see what we didn't get the first time. And get a strawberry up in here. Grandma Hershey gonna tie that for you. Tape on for the team, you know. I'm telling you, you gonna want to make some of that. Okay. So, if you think you like this recipe, and I know you do, you're going to click that thumbs up button. If you have not subscribed, you're going to go to the subscribe button, click that bell, and then click the black bell. That way, every time I come on, you will get an alert to say that I'm coming on, okay? You don't want to miss all the stuff that Grandma Hershey got in the store for you, okay? And then you're going to share this video with everybody you know. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, and share it with your enemies, because everybody got to eat, honey. We're going to have to feed the world, all right? And so I want to do my shout out. Oh, I just want to let you know, too, I'm still working on the book. I expect it to be released in June. And in December, we'll start taking pre-orders. Okay, so get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. And the goal is for the book not to cost more than $20 because I want everybody to be able to afford it. It's going to have at least 100 recipes in it. Okay, just for you, boo. So I want to give my shout outs. I got my favorites who's always here and I love it. We got Tiara, my beautiful niece in Colorado. We have my granddaughter Tuka and her lovely sister KK and her lovely mother. My twin, I call her, my mini me, although she's way taller than me, Stephanie, who gave me these earrings and necklace. Isn't that cute? Stephanie, I love you. And then also shout out to my score mentor, John, and his wife and his mother who watches the show. I love you guys. And then to my friend Najee who watches the show, to my friend Leonard. He tried to watch last week, but we had that technicality going on. And I was not a happy camper. My daughter was looking at the show. She said, "What happened to mama?" And KK said, "Who hurt grandma?" So this week is much better. Okay. So to my friend Leonard for trying to watch it last week. And then to my beautiful sister who's always got me. And she watches every single show. And to my twin name, Hurley, because my name is Hurlicia. We're 8 years apart, and our name's a good twin name. So if you're having twins, how about name them Hurley for the boy and Hurlicia for the girl? Okay. We would appreciate it. Anywho, so my brother Hurley, who always shares my shows with all of his friends as well. And guess what? I finally have a birthday shout out. My beautiful niece Erica. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday. Mwah! Love you. All right. So next week, we are making peach cobbler. Now, I must admit, it's not my crust, but I'm going to get that nice roll-up crust to roll out the box because it's pretty good. All right. But we're going to make some peach cobbler next week, baby, and it's low sugar. But it tastes like it got the sugar. All right. So make sure you tune in next Tuesday at 5:30 Central Time. We're making peach cobbler. So in the meantime, you have a wonderful week. And all those who had a birthday in the last 7 days, happy birthday to you. And if you've seen the show, if you share the show, if you try to make the thing and you put it on your website or wherever you do your social media, let me know. Let me know so I can give you a shout out. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate everything that you do. And this show is for you. Okay. I love you. Mwah. Have a wonderful and safe week. See you next Tuesday.